Nice, ominous little animation, that. And we now finally have enough to ascend Flynn's to his final level.
Though we have never discussed this topic in great depth before, I trust you share the same opinion as I on this. The true art of war lies in deterrence, and not in fighting. Otherwise, things would become far too simple.
I can see it. And we can get him to level 90 as well. Excellent. Alas, we don't have any of the material to ascend him to 100. And I rather doubt I ever will, if I'm being entirely honest. I don't have a single C5 5-star, leave alone a C6 or beyond. Alas. While we now have the ability to transcend his talents, well, I simply don't actually have the resources to do so at present. So I'm afraid that's as far as Flynn's is getting for the moment. However, there is one more thing I can do while we're here in Krai Town. Namely, visit the flagship and meet Heizou, who I noticed was here. It seems that everyone is paying a visit to Town or to Krai in general. I am still curious what's going to happen with Yanfei. I do hope that nothing untoward happens. But on the other hand, I do feel she's in for some kind of reprisal for ignoring Madame Ping's warnings and coming here against her wishes. It doesn't do to be a rebellious teenager, whether you're an Adeptus or not. But we'll wait and see, I suppose. Looks like Heizou has zeroed in on Jahoda. Heizou is a detective now that I think about it, and Jahoda is a thief. Probably why he's following her. I do hope that isn't going to be a problem between them. I wonder, which one is going to start speaking first?
And in summary, that's the commission we're here for. How's that sound to you, Jahoda?
All the same to me. You should ask yourself one question, though. You want to catch someone in Krai? How many lives are you prepared to lose for it?
Well, I once read a story. It told me that if I find a deer with divinity, I could use its antlers to take my place for one death. And what do you know? Deer happens to be one of the Inazuman characters in my name, and I've got my own life to spare. That makes sense.
Don't say that too loudly. You might offend the Frostmoon Scions. It is a very good thing that Lauma isn't here, otherwise... I wouldn't like to think how that conversation would go.
Oh, Traveler, what a coincidence. What are you doing in Krai? Another stop on your journey, perhaps?
What are you doing in Krai, Heizou? Has some investigation brought you here?
Sharp. I'm here in pursuit of a fugitive who fled Inazuma. He's racked up a real rap sheet, and he's always trying to flee further and further abroad. A few months ago, we received intel that he was hiding out in Krai and had joined a band of bandits. He soon returned to his usual MO, that is to say, robbing homes and raiding caravans. I think they called themselves the Seahook Gang or something. Word is they're quite a big deal in Krai and have taken in a fair share of exiled criminals from across Tevat. After that, I knocked on the doors of the Curatorium of Secrets, Mora in hand, and asked the boss to get me someone who could point me in the direction of this Seahook gang.
And that someone is Jahoda.
That's right. Judging by your expression, I'm guessing you're acquainted.
Very much so. She is very good at what she does. I have first-hand experience with her invasion of the Design Bureau. Yes, she's quite good. If a bit slapdash in her methods.
I can tell. My intuition tells me that if Jahoda became a thief, even I'd never be able to catch her.
Trying to butter her up, are you, Heizou? I am curious what her reaction's gonna be to that.
You can cut the chatter. Boss Neff gave me the job, so it's only natural I'd be good at it. But the Seahook gang you're looking for isn't the original Seahook crew. The original gang's long since disbanded. The people calling themselves that now are just riding on the name and scamming folks left and right.
You really have all the intel, huh, Jahoda? I hope that Heizou puts them out of business quickly, then.
Yeah, I guess I do, huh?
Interesting. This is news to me. Would you mind telling me more about this new gang of imposters, Jahoda?
What's there to tell? New or old, fake or real, the Seahook gang are bandits. A bunch of scoundrels who banded together for Mora, then fell out over it. Their old leader wound up thrown overboard as fish food, while the underlings fought among themselves for the scraps. Some died, and others continued their wanderings. The long and short of it is that the old Seahook gang are dead, gone, or both.
Wait. Doesn't that mean some of the suspects within could have started going around, committing crimes again?
When a house goes poof, the snakes and rats nestled within find other walls to burrow into. That's just how it is. Nobody wants to die out in the wilderness.
But for all the vermin out there, it's also the perfect time to find a good place to settle down, and maybe get a good roommate along the way. If I were a rat, escaping the snake would mean freedom from being hunted down and eaten. When you think about it, that's a good thing. In any case, you've been most helpful, Jahoda. Thank you for the intel. It seems the Mora spent on your services was well worth it. It's honestly a real load-off to know that these people are just imposters using the Seahook gang's name. I'd have had to admit I was in over my head flying solo against the real gang, with its international cohort of goons and all.
Well, wait. You think you can take them on as they are now, all by yourself?
Yeah, more or less. After all, I'm only looking for our Inazuman fugitive. I'm not here to bring the whole gang to justice.
That's a bold statement, but whatever. I'll help you track the imposters down. What happens after? That's got nothing to do with me.
How about I go with you? That way we could round the whole gang up. Get rid of their scheming and conniving, and keep them from hurting anyone else ever again. After all, if the rats and snakes have all lost their heads, they won't be going around burrowing into any more houses, or walls for that matter.
Your kindness is appreciated, but this time I'd rather this be a solo outing. Now, I suppose that's that. I'll leave locating them to you, Jahoda. As for me, I'll get to thinking of how I can haul this scoundrel back to Inazuma and have him confess his crimes.
I see. I was not expecting this pairing. And they're both Animo Visions, too. I wonder who Jahoda lost to earn her Animo Vision. That is a running theme, after all. Everyone with an Animo Vision has lost someone or something dear to them.
For a drink or two?
Or perhaps a room for the night?
Something that'd get even the toughest gangster to spill his secrets most eagerly.
Okay. You're weirding me out.
Oh, he simply takes his job very seriously. And I imagine it would be weird for what amounts to a career criminal to be speaking with law enforcement. Now, I did see one more anecdote with Ineffa, which is precisely why I decided to record in the first place, knowing there was at least 2, but I shall check just to be sure. Alas, I do still wish there was an option for the notebook we're recording these in to actually tell us where to find these anecdotes. Though, so far, the vast majority have been good about appearing mostly in Krai. Although that in itself can get a bit old. If only for the simple fact that it doesn't quite have the same kick as it would if we were finding them everywhere. Oh well. Can't seem to find any more, so let's head over and have a few words with Ineffa. Last time, we saw Ineffa speaking briefly with Flynn's about repairing a street light. And I did find it more than a bit strange that Flynn's was actually suggesting using his own personal lantern to repair the street light, to replace it, even. That did seem a bit of a stretch. Looks like we're going into Aino's house once again. Hopefully the load time won't be too long. Although, even if it is, you won't have to be sitting through the exit load screen, because I'll likely simply end the video inside the house, since there were no other anecdotes to be found. Oh. You know, I never actually noticed this entire room. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's Jahoda sleeping in Aino's house. And there's an exquisite... Oh, it is right there. Hope you don't mind me grabbing those. Hello, Ineffa. You in there, Ineffa? Is she asleep? Oh.
Why is Jahoda just standing there? And she's asleep?
I think you meant to say, why is Ineffa just standing there? Because Jahoda definitely isn't standing.
Hey, what's going on here? Paimon feels like it's a bad idea for us to leave. Maybe we should ask Aino for help.
Keyword detected. Meditative state suspended.
Whoa! You gave Paimon a fright!
Do robots need to meditate?
No. However, it was Jahoda's request. She asked me for a detailed analysis of the steps required to meditate and to mentor her as she practiced relieving her stress.
Jahoda's so stressed that she's gotta meditate to cope with it all?
Is there something troubling her? Did Nefer assign her another job?
I do not know. However, Jahoda said she has been suffering from insomnia for a while and was willing to try any solution she could. First, I let her stand in my kitchen, close her eyes, and focus on the fragrance of crumb-kakes. By stimulating her olfactory module, I believe there would be a decrease in activity in her cognitive module.
That would just make her hungry. Well, did it help?
It successfully stimulated her appetite. She consumed the finished crumb-kakes with incredible efficiency. Unfortunately, she consumed too many and proved unable to sleep that night.
That's normal. We're not robots like you, after all. The more we smell food, the more we want to eat it.
That is indeed true. Afterwards, I try to have her perform intense mental or physical exercises before bed. For example, cutting lumber, jogging, doing push-ups, boxing, and so on. Her body should have been able to enter sleep mode more easily following such sizable expenditures of energy.
Again, not how humans work. So I'm guessing that didn't help.
It did not. She finished half her exercises, realized she had an unfinished commission, and so rushed off to complete it. After she returned, she crouched down in a corner, hugging her knees and said, I was so tired from all that training. My legs gave out while guiding my clients through the ruins. I basically crawled the whole way. If Boss Neff finds out, I'm dead meat. Following this, she was once more unable to sleep. In the end, we decided to give meditation another try.
Boss Neff. No, wasn't me. Didn't steal your tea. Ugh.
Seems like the meditation was pretty effective. Jahoda's fast asleep.
She's starting to talk in her sleep. Yeah, so it was because of Neffer all along. Yeah, Dory is completely and utterly untrustworthy. But she wasn't wrong when she suggested Neffer was not a good person. Just look at what she does to poor Jahoda. Doesn't actually make Dory any better either, mind you.
I do not think Jahoda's sleep is related to her meditation. First of all, the meditation steps I analyzed are not suitable for her. The goal of meditation is to enter a deep state of tranquility, which can be used to enhance self-awareness. For an ordinary person, this deep state is close to dozing. For me, this would be closer to a low-power standby mode, where one cuts power to certain components. That said, were we to shut down some of Jahoda's components, I believe it would pose a threat to her personal safety.
No kidding. Deactivating parts of the human anatomy leads to death, not to rest.
So, meditation wasn't supposed to work, but Jahoda fell asleep anyway? Could she have been so tired that she just passed out?
In truth, I do not understand either. All I can do is tell you what happened before. When Jahoda lay down and tried to fall asleep through meditation, she suddenly said to me, "Don't run off too far, or I might get ambushed in my sleep. And then I'd be dead meat." I answered her, "Very well, I will remain here by your side." After that, like I do with Aino every night, I held Jahoda's hand as she slept. After a while, she did, indeed, fall asleep.
Dummy robot. This is something I did myself.
In any case, it's good that she is getting the rest she needs. Maybe we should let her sleep in peace.
Yes. And if either of you need help sleeping, please consult me at any time. However, do note that I can only hold 2 hands at once.
I'll bear it in mind.
Oh, by the way, I have leftover crumb-kake bolts from the batch I made earlier. I gave one to Jahoda. You can have the other.
Thank you.
Goodbye. I hope you have sweet dreams tonight.
Interesting. So... so Ineffa is playing therapist for more than one person now. Both for Aino and Jahoda. Well, let's see. Envisage Deco domains. Let's see. Was that enough for a full 10? No, it seems... Oh, hold on. Rewards. 3 to go. Oh well. We'll do one more quick scan round Krai, but... I doubt we'll find any more. It would be interesting if Sandrone actually had one for us. But I rather doubt it. Not yet, anyway. Perhaps if she actually becomes playable at some stage. Then perhaps we'd see anecdotes involving her, but... Well, not yet confirmed whether she'll even be playable. Well, I believe that will bring things to a close for now, at any rate. So if you enjoyed this, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And, as always, have a good day.